LPBW Zach and Tori Roloff's 4-year-old daughter diagnosed with a moderate form of sleep apnea. Hello viewers, I am Alana. Welcome back to my channel. USA Daily History for Roloff family latest news update. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Zach and Tori Roloff are sharing an update on their daughter's sleep study. During this week's episode of Little People, Big World, the couple revealed that their 4-year-old daughter Lila was diagnosed with a moderate form of sleep apnea, according to the Cleveland Clinic. Sleep apnea is a disorder that causes a person to stop breathing while asleep. Lila's test came back, and she has a moderate form of sleep apnea, Zach said in a confessional, as Tori added she's probably going to need her tonsils taken out, and then supposedly after that the apnea goes away. Earlier in the episode, the couple explained why they took Lila to get the study done in the first place. People with dwarfism, I think a sleep study is just recommended to make sure that there's not obstructed sleep apnea, Tori shared. I think it's also to make sure that she is safe when put under anesthesia, Zach added. Our airways are built slightly differently than other people, and there is maybe a higher threat of maybe something going wrong. Going into the sleep study, Zach and Tori, who are also parents to sons Josiah, 21 months, and Jackson, 6, were initially worried about how Lila would handle the experience. In another confessional, Zach admitted that he didn't see it going well. He said to prepare Lila, he told her they were going to the hospital where a nurse would cover her in stickers. She gets it in her head, and then she gets scared, and then she has a hard time recovering, her dad explained. To their surprise, Lila did great during the study. After returning home, Zach told Tori about how well it went while sitting on the couch with her. She didn't pull out her air thing once. The nurse never had to come in because she yanked something, he shared. LPBW Lila Roloff celebrates major milestone. Zach and Tori Roloff's only daughter, Lila Roloff, just hit a major milestone. The adorable 5-year-old has finished pre-kindergarten and is now ready for the big school. Tori took to Instagram on Saturday, May 24th, to share the happy news with her 2.2 million followers. The proud mom posted a photo of Lila holding her pre-kindergarten certificate. Lila looked adorable in her strawberry printed dress, matched with a white bow on her hair and pink eyeglasses, Tori wrote. Lila, born on November 19, 2019, is the second child of Zach and Tori. She has an older brother, Jackson, and a younger brother, Josiah. Lila was born with achondroplasia and strabismus, a condition in which the eyes do not align properly. Over time, she was prescribed glasses to help manage her vision. During a May 2024 episode of their podcast, Raising Heights with Zach and Tori, the couple shared that Lila would be having surgery. At the time, Tori explained that Lila suffers from severe sleep apnea, and part of the procedure involved removing her tonsils and adenoids for testing. Meanwhile, avid fans of Little People, Big World have been wondering if Zach, Tori, and their kids will be returning to the show. The adorable family undoubtedly won the hearts of many and easily became a household name on the show. In February 2024, the couple announced in their podcast that they have no plans of returning to the series, adding that chapter of their lives has closed. It's hard to put everything into a project that you no longer believe in, Tori explained at the time. IT was no longer a project that we really believed in, and so the last year was hard. It was hard to show up every day for IT. In February 2025, Zach and Tori appeared on Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Vuolo's YouTube channel. During the conversation, the couple admitted they weren't sure if they missed being on Little People, Big World. Tori highlighted how different it is being on the traditional show versus social media, explaining that on social platforms, they get to decide what parts of their lives to share with the public. LPBW star Tori Roloff accused of being insufferable. Not everyone is pleased with Little People, Big World star Tori Roloff. The TLC personality was accused of being insufferable in a Reddit discussion about Roloff's attitude this season. While some fans remarked weren't sure if she always acted entitled, others said they were upset about the way Roloff talked about her daughter, 19-month-old Lila. Looking in her new glasses, I used to like Tori. Her sense of entitlement has really been showing lately, and it's really rubbed me the wrong way, the original poster wrote. Has she always been like this? I feel like maybe it didn't show as much when Audrey was around. Now that Audrey is gone, it's like wow. Maybe Audrey just made her look a lot better. Am I the only one who feels like this? The post attracted dozens of upvotes and comments from fans. One of the most popular responses accused Roloff of having a sweet exterior but being bitter on the inside. She is insufferable. I've met people like her before. You think they're all sweet and nice because they come off as shy and innocent, and then once you get to know them, you find out they're nasty, mean, and rather rude, they wrote. You know the type of person who says really nasty and mean things about people, but you know they get away with it because they're deemed shy and they were just kidding or being sarcastic. Another person talked about Roloff criticizing her daughter's new glasses. I am more of a Tori fan than I am of Audrey, but when Tori was talking about how Lila's glasses were not cute on the show, that really showed a side of her personality that is not okay. They said, I do not begrudge her having a hard time adjusting to her kids' needs, but to say, they're not cute, while you're being filmed? I mean, for the love of Pete, at least say that off-camera Lila is not an actual doll. Zach and Tori Roloff have been wanting to expand their family, but in March the couple revealed Tori Roloff suffered a miscarriage. Not only were they candid with their followers about the tragedy, but they were also open about their feelings with their children. In addition to having 19-month-old daughter Lila, they also share 4-year-old son Jackson. I wasn't afraid to show emotions in front of Jackson, she told Us Weekly. My youngest 19-month-old Lila is still, I think, too young to notice anything. They haven't given up hope about having a third child either. In a separate interview with Us Weekly, the couple shared they would still like to expand their family. I think that we're still hopeful that one day we will get to have another baby, the 30-year-old photographer told the publication on June 17th. And until then, we're just kind of happy where we are. Tori Roloff explained the miscarriage was a traumatic experience, but I have 2 happy, healthy, beautiful kids I get to love on every single day, she said to the outlet. That's what I'm trying to remind myself. I'm still blessed for sure. Zach and Tori Roloff show off new home to mom Amy, her husband Chris, in LPBW preview. In the upcoming episode of Little People, Big World, Tori and Zach Roloff are excited to show off their new Washington digs to their family. Tori and Zach left Oregon behind and moved 45 minutes north to Battleground, Washington, after farm negotiations between Zach and his dad Matt Roloff went sour. Tomorrow night's episode will show the moment Zach and Tori show off their new home to Zach's mom Amy and her husband Chris Merrick. During a confessional, Zach explained his plans for his family's new $1 million property. I have a lot of ideas for this property. I want to make a cool play area for the kids. I want to have a nice, landscaped area right outside the deck, and then over to the right maybe a few fruit trees, a little garden. While walking through their acreage with Chris and Amy, Chris joked that Tori and Zach would be using the extra land to park their spare vehicles and old appliances. Jackson was excited to show Amy and Chris his chicken coop and treehouse. Zach divulged that the chicken coop came with the house, and that he and Jackson intend to fill it with chickens, much like they were used to on Roloff farms. During a family confessional, Jackson adorably told the cameras, I only want to get baby chickens. Hey dad, no big chickens. When Amy and Chris had their turn for a confessional, Amy explained how excited Zach and Jackson looked to be living on their new property and making new memories together as a family. Zach and Jackson, I think, are very excited about the outdoors and the property and everything. This was also some property, whether it's in the best location or the flag lot of whatever that no other family has been a part of. Amy continued, he is doing this with his family, he and Tori, so it's going to be interesting, to see how they all do. But they seem very excited. You can watch the entire preview clip here. Tori and Zach Roloff enjoy bowling outing with kids, and Jackson is a natural. It's fun watching, exclusive. Zach and Tori Roloff enjoy getting out of the house for some fun with their family of 5. An exclusive clip shared with people from a family bowling outing. The couple shares how fun it is to make memories with their 3 kids, Josiah Luke, 22 months, daughter Lila Ray, 4, and son Jackson Kyle, 6. We like bowling. It's easy with the kids, Zach says as Jackson excitedly helps Lila set up her next shot on the ramp. When it comes to bowling himself, the oldest of the Roloff trio shows some serious skills. It's fun watching Jackson do new things, Zach says in a confessional. Jackson helps Lila with her ball. Lila does not care, as long as there's snacks. She's like, okay, I'll go along with it, Tori laughs. The kids also join them for a confessional, where Jackson teases Lila about how you don't get any stripes. Strikes, Zach corrects with a smile. Nobody got any stripes because we're not tigers, the mom playfully chimed in. On Thursday, the couple revealed on their Raising Heights podcast that they will be leaving the reality show after 25 seasons. We are not coming back to Little People, Big World. Like, "We are done, Tori, 31 began. That part of our lives, that chapter, has closed." Little People, Big World premiered on TLC in March 2006. The series follows the daily lives of the Oregon-based Roloff family. Much of the show has focused on family heads and now exes Matt and Amy, as well as their son Zach, all of whom have dwarfism. Season 25 premiered on Tuesday. Zach and Tori, who first joined the series in Season 10, later marrying her now husband in 2015, noted on their podcast that there are a lot of reasons for their exit. But Tori indicated that their 3 kids were a really large portion of our reasoning for maybe not doing the show anymore. Addressing their departure from the show further, the couple jointly said on Instagram that there were moments in reality TV that we loved and moments that we didn't. But overall, we're grateful to our crew and our producer, and we're excited for our next chapter. Earlier this week, Tori shared photos as husband Zach accompanied daughter Lila to her first daddy-daughter dance. Tori Roloff hints she's over Zach's family drama, shares what LPBW should be about. It looks as though Tori Roloff has had enough of the Roloff family drama airing on Little People, Big World. Now, in its 24th season, LPBW continues to follow the lives of the Roloff family 16 years after the show first aired on TLC. Much of the storyline this season has focused on the tension among the Roloff family. After Matt Roloff couldn't reach an agreement with his twin sons, Jeremy and Zach Roloff, to purchase the farm, their relationships were forever altered. Although Jeremy no longer appears on LPBW, Zach does alongside his wife Tori and their 3 kids, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. A recent share in Tori's Instagram stories indicates that Zach's wife is over the family drama. Tori shared a photo from a November 29th episode of LPBW depicting Zach seated in their backyard by the campfire with their youngest child, daughter Lila. "This is the content I'm here for and what LPBW should be about," Tori captioned the photo, although Tori didn't explicitly denounce TLC for airing the Roloff family's drama. She seemed to imply that she doesn't think the network should focus on the rift between herself and Zach and his dad, Matt, and his girlfriend Karen Chandler. Tori's husband, Zach, would agree that airing the family's dirty laundry isn't something this season should focus on. And the comment section of a recent Instagram post, Zach told his followers that he's not okay with airing the disagreement with his dad on TV, saying it definitely expedited some things. This week's episode of LPBW was an emotional one. Zach and Tori's friends, Mikey and Jess Wittes, visited from out of town. The Wittises shared their devastating story of losing 2 daughters to double-dominant dwarfism, which isn't compatible with life. Tori shared a photo of herself, Zach, Mikey, Jess, and their kids on the beach and thanked Mikey and Jess for being so open and honest during the episode. "Thank you guys so much for the awesome feedback about tonight's episode," Tori captioned the PIC. "It was so fun shooting with friends, judging by Tori's Instagram interactions with her fans. It looks as though she'd rather leave the Roloff family drama behind the scenes." Little People, Big World. Is Zach Roloff's ego out of control? Little People, Big World. Zach Roloff has been making some big decisions and acting out of character, which might be due to his ego. Fans who have followed Little People, Big World since when it premiered in 2006 will remember Zach as a 13-year-old boy who didn't know much beyond his life on the Roloff farm and his duties to his parents as the first child alongside his twin brother Jeremy Roloff. However, it's been almost 2 decades since the show first premiered, and Zach is much older, and the family dynamics are much different from what they used to be. Zach's relationship with his father, Matt Roloff, is at an all-time low due to a feud that emanates from Matt's decision to sell off part of the family's farm, which Zach hoped to inherit. Meanwhile, Zach is also now a family man, having gotten married in 2015 to his wife, Tori Roloff, and welcomed 3 children. Meanwhile, Zach's attitude in recent years towards his father and parenting his kids has been raising a lot of eyebrows. His recent announcement about leaving Little People, Big World after season 25 also signals that his ego might be running out of control. Since the beginning of their feud, Zach and Matt have tried to be civil with each other, especially when asked to discuss their estranged relationship. However, sometimes, Zach has been unable to resist the urge to throw subtle jabs at his father. When Matt wouldn't compromise on a price for the farm, Zach accused his father of being a bad grandparent who had no clue of the value of having the next generation on the farm. Zach also accused Matt of trying to make money off his family. In 2022, Zach called Matt a liar on Instagram, accusing his father of manipulating the narrative surrounding their feud after Matt noted he sold off part of the Roloff farms due to his sons on his Instagram page. In Matt's Instagram comment section, Zach wrote that his father was once again refusing to take responsibility for his actions. According to Zach, Matt instigated the family drama while also trying to manipulate the fans by playing the victim. Zach concluded by noting this post is a new shocking low of cowardice and manipulation of his family and kids for his gain. Since Zach's feud with Matt over the sale of the family's farm started, Zach has been slightly moving away from his participation in Little People, Big World. First, he moved his family to Battleground, Washington, and he also stopped showing up for any Little People Big World events that involved his father. However, almost 2 decades after making his debut on Little People Big World, Zach and Tori announced they would be leaving the show on their podcast Raising Heights in February 2024. The timing of the exit announcement suggests Zach finally thinks he can do without the show. Besides his earnings from participating in Little People Big World, Zach has a couple of career options, including being a soccer coach, having coached competitive soccer teams in Oregon. Meanwhile, Zach's years of participation in Little People Big World have also made him a bona fide reality TV star, and his life away from his father might provide enough intrigue to earn a spin-off series. Also, Zach and Tori have drawn huge fans to their podcast, and although it's still early days, they might soon find themselves in discussions for endorsement deals if Raising Heights performs well enough. Since Zach and Tori got married in 2015, the couple have had a steady relationship, welcoming 3 children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. However, while Zach and Tori have done quite well as a couple, the pair also have their differences, which sometimes play out on the screen. During Little People Big World Season 24, Zach and Tori got into an argument after Zach commented that Tori doesn't yell that much, to which Tori replied, "I don't yell ever." Still, Zach countered Tori, noting, "Oh, I wouldn't say ever," which made Tori mad at her husband. Tori accused Zach of never giving her credit for anything she did in their marriage. Tori confessed she was tired of being underappreciated because, despite all she did, everybody still wanted something from her. Meanwhile, Zach also complained about Tori not being spontaneous and too consumed with keeping the house looking good. Tori's frustration with Zach is quite understandable, considering her unwavering support of him and their family. Tori never slacks on her motherly duties or being a wife to Zach, who should be less critical and more appreciative of Tori. Zach and Tori's children have been in the limelight since their birth due to their parents' participation in Little People, Big World. However, Zach's parenting skills have been a cause for concern, most especially his treatment of daughter Lila, whom the couple welcomed in 2019. Zach's impatience with Lila and preferential treatment in comparison to his sons became a topic during Little People Big World Season 25, when Zach sat with Jackson at the fireplace, speaking to his son calmly while asking Jackson to help get Tori's suitcase from the garage. However, in the same breath, Zach turned around and screamed at his daughter, "Hey, Lila, go help Jackson get mom's suitcase." Zach's decision to scream instructions at Lila but speak in a low tone to Jackson is just one incident in a long list of trends showing Zach's preferential treatment towards Lila. Lila has had some medical issues since her birth, including speech delay and, most recently, being diagnosed with sleep apnea. However, instead of adopting a patient approach to parenting Lila, Zach's harsh approach might contribute to the issues. Tori Roloff admits she has the best job in the world as she celebrates Mother's Day with her 3 kids. Tori Roloff and her kids enjoyed a special Mother's Day together. The Little People, Big World star, 33, shared a series of photos on her Instagram with all 3 of her kids' son Josiah Luke, 2, daughter Lila Ray, 4, and son Jackson Kyle, 7, whom she shares with husband Zach Roloff. Also 34, posing with her kids outside. Tori smiles as she cuddles up with her family in the first photo, also sharing individual shots with each of her kids. The mom of 3 also took a minute to reflect on having the best job in the world in her caption, "Did I have the best job title in the world? Mom. I love these 3 with my whole heart, and I'm so thankful to God for choosing me to be their mama," Tori wrote. Thinking of mamas of all kinds today, past, present, and future, you are loved. During the season finale of Little People, Big World, which aired on Tuesday, April 23rd. The father of three opened up about the differences in his family and how they handle feeling like they're being watched in public. Our family's going to